Welcome back to our journey into the mind of a true genius, Leonardo da Vinci. In our last episode, we marveled at his artistic masterpieces. Leonardo was so much more than a painter. He was an inventor, an engineer, a scientist, an anatomist, a man whose mind leaped centuries ahead of his time. Today, we're diving deep into his notebooks, the legendary codices that reveal the staggering breadth of his curiosity and the brilliance of his vision. These weren't just diaries, they were laboratories on paper, filled with sketches, theories, and inventions that would take the world another 500 years to realize. Let's start with his obsession with flight. Long before the Wright brothers, Leonardo was meticulously studying the anatomy of birds. He filled pages upon pages with detailed drawings of their wings, analyzing how they generated lift and maneuvered through the air. He didn't just observe, he designed. His notebooks are filled with concepts for flying machines. There's the ornithopter, a machine designed to flap its wings just like a bird. Powered by a human pilot lying face down, pushing levers with their arms and pedaling with their feet. He even designed a parachute, a pyramidal tent of linen cloth, writing that if a man has one, he can throw himself down from any great height without suffering any injury. It's an almost perfect design, proven to work centuries later. He also sketched a helical air screw, a device that looks remarkably like a modern helicopter rotor. While he lacked the engine power to make it fly, the principle was there. Leonardo understood that to conquer the sky, you first had to understand it. His engineering genius wasn't limited to the air. Leonardo was a master of civil and military engineering. He designed revolving bridges for rapid troop deployment, multi-barreled machine guns to increase firing rates, and even an armored car, precursor to the modern tank. This fighting vehicle was a conical wooden shell on wheels, operated by a crew of 8 men who would crank gears to move it and fire cannons from all sides. It was designed to be a terrifying, unstoppable force on the battlefield. He also conceptualized diving suits made of leather, complete with breathing tubes and a glass mask, allowing soldiers to sabotage enemy ships from below the water's surface. These weren't just idle doodles. They're practical solutions to real-world problems, born from a deep understanding of mechanics, leverage, and materials. But perhaps the most breathtaking, and for his time, controversial, of all his studies was his exploration of the human body. In an era when dissection was heavily restricted, Leonardo secretly obtained human corpses and performed dozens of autopsies. He wanted to understand the machine of the human body with the same precision he applied to his engineering projects. His anatomical drawings are masterpieces of scientific illustration, astonishingly accurate even by today's standards. He was the first person to accurately draw the human spine with its correct curvature. He produced the first detailed study of the human heart, identifying it as a muscle and describing its 4 chambers and the function of its valves. He drew the fetus in the womb, capturing the miracle of life with both scientific accuracy and profound tenderness. He was mapping the very blueprint of humanity, driven by an insatiable need to know how everything worked, including ourselves. Leonardo's curiosity extended to every corner of the natural world. He studied geology, correctly identifying that fossils were the remains of ancient life and that mountains were formed over vast geological timescales. He studied botany, noting how leaves were arranged on a stem to maximize their exposure to sunlight. He studied hydraulics, designing canal systems and locks, and analyzing the flow of water in rivers, comparing it to the flow of hair. For Leonardo, everything was connected. The spiral of a seashell mirrored the swirl of a whirlpool and the curl of a lock of hair. He saw patterns and connections that others missed, viewing the universe as a single, interconnected system governed by universal laws. He was a systems thinker, centuries before the term was even invented. One of his most intriguing inventions is what some call the first robot. Known as Leonardo's mechanical knight, it was a suit of armor designed to be operated by a series of pulleys and cables. It could sit up, wave its arms, and even move its jaw. It was likely designed for entertainment at court festivals, but it demonstrates his profound understanding of mechanics and automation. He also designed a mechanical lion for the King of France that could walk forward and open its chest to reveal a cluster of lilies. These weren't just toys. They were demonstrations of principles that would one day power the Industrial Revolution and the age of robotics. He was not just inventing objects. He was inventing the future. What's truly staggering is that Leonardo kept most of these incredible ideas to himself, hidden within thousands of pages of his mirrored script. Why? Perhaps he feared the church's condemnation, or maybe he knew the world simply wasn't ready. His mind operated on a different timeline from everyone else's. He saw a future of flying machines, automated soldiers, and deep medical understanding, while his contemporaries were still grappling with the world as it was. He didn't just see the world. He saw its potential. He saw tomorrow. So when we look at Leonardo da Vinci, we see more than just the painter of the Mona Lisa. We see a visionary who laid the groundwork for modern science and engineering. His legacy isn't just in the art he created, but in the questions he asked and the future he imagined. He taught us that curiosity is the engine of invention and that the human mind has no limits. He was, in every sense of the word, the ultimate Renaissance man, the mind that saw tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration. If you've been as fascinated by Leonardo's genius as I have, please like this video, subscribe for more journeys into history, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of Leonardo's inventions amazes you the most? Thanks for watching.